You guys, brace yourselves. Thanksgiving is starting on What's Gaby Cooking, and I'm not exaggerating. This is the best stuffing you're ever gonna have in your entire life. Literally, it's gonna change everything. First thing we're gonna do, we have a loaf of French bread. We're gonna break this off into like small pieces, just like bite size. We're just gonna pop this into the oven for like 15 minutes just to dry everything out and toast it up. So bread's in the oven toasting. Now we're going to make everything that makes this stuffing life-changing. In a large skillet, we're just gonna melt some butter, a little chop so it melts faster. So that'll just go right in our skillet. And while that's melting, we're gonna go ahead and slice up some mushrooms. So we're gonna give these a really rough chop. So the way to make mushrooms really spectacular is to make sure that there's tons of real estate in the pan. Plenty of oil or butter because they soak a lot of that up. And then we're gonna cook these until they're like caramelized and golden and all the flavor is gonna come out. We're just gonna season this with a little bit of salt and pepper. Give that a stir and we're gonna let it do its thing. Okay, so while the mushrooms are going, we're gonna prep everything else. We need some shallots, but just go ahead and peel the paper off. And we're just gonna, instead of dicing this, we're just gonna give it a quick slice. And this will just go right into the mushroom. Just kind of break them up as you put it in there. And then give that a quick stir and let it continue to do its thing. Okay, next we're just gonna slice up a little bit of celery. So just again, a really thin slice. So these, you can see, they're going right into our mushroom mixture and you can see in the mushrooms, they're starting to get like caramelized and golden brown and the butter is cooking. It smells like Thanksgiving. Next part of the stuffing is all the green onions or scallions. We'll just trim the bottoms off really quickly. And then these are gonna get a fine slice as well. All right, green onions are going right into our herb mixture. The first thing we're gonna do is grab some parsley and just give this, kind of fold it up and give it a rough chop. Give it all a stir. And then we're gonna do some thyme, some sage, and some oregano. So here's the thing about thyme. You're just gonna take these two fingers and just peel all the leaves right off this stem part because you don't wanna eat that. We're just gonna pick the leaves off the stem and then we'll give those a chop. And then same thing for the oregano as the thyme. We're just gonna use our fingers and peel it off of the stem. And then we can give all of this a rough chop. And then have at it with your knife. This is going in the same pot. I know, shocker, right? All this is gonna get a big stir. And the last part of this portion of the stuffing is garlic. So we'll just grab a couple cloves, peel the paper off, and then we'll give them a rough chop and it'll go right into the herb mixture. This is going in. This is just gonna cook for about 30 seconds once the garlic's in, and then we'll turn off the heat and take the bread out of the oven. Our bread is toasted and it looks perfect. Into a bowl, we are just going to crack 3 eggs, and then we'll do a little bit of chicken stock. You could also use vegetable stock, whatever you kind of have left over. Pour that right in. And then last part of this liquid mixture is some Parmesan cheese. So we're just gonna sprinkle in a tiny bit, season it with some salt and some pepper. And then this just gets whisked together. So now we're just gonna transfer our toasted bread into the liquid mixture. So to that same mixture, we're gonna take all the mushroom goodness and everything and just load it on in there. And then mix everything together. You want it all evenly incorporated. The Parmesan, the herbs, the mushrooms are gonna coat every last bite. This is just gonna go into a baking dish. You can put in whatever kind of baking dish you want. You could even do it in a skillet. And then this is going into the oven. And we are 45 minutes away from the best stuffing ever. You guys, I can't even wait to dig in. And with gravy, oh, game over. Let me just get all the things in one bite. We just need a moment of silence. This is the best stuffing you're ever gonna make in your entire life, and I can promise you it'll be the star of your Thanksgiving table.